Good late morning, everybody. Just getting a cup of coffee, guys. I'll be right with you. Alright, just want to get a cup of coffee going. So we do have some severe thunderstorms just across the state line. We also have a few to the north of us right now. So they are going at a pretty good clip, so I thought I'd go ahead and start the live feed, as these storms will be coming across the Kansas-Missouri state line and heading into west central Missouri. Hey, Alan, you're back up. Good morning. Alright, so they just issued severe thunderstorm warning out for the first row of counties right next to the Missouri border. So we're probably I don't know, probably around 30 minutes out from actually getting the warnings into west central Missouri. But thought we would go ahead and do a kind of get a head start on this. Boy, what a night. What a night of severe weather. Up here north, several severe thunderstorm warnings have been ongoing up here in right around Smithville, Gladstone, up in that area. They've had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings since we talked last. It's been quite a night up there. Now, most of these storms, as they come across, the tornado threat, we talked about this earlier, the tornado threat has lessened substantially over what it was here a few hours ago when we were back together again. But the tornado threat is still there. More than likely, we're going to have strong straight line winds now, as well as large hail. So, I've seen some of the reports here a few minutes ago, saw some pictures of the hail coming down on the Kansas side on social media, and they were in the right around the golf ball size, from quarter to golf balls. So we're not seeing that massive 3-inch hail either. At least not on the Kansas side. Hey, good morning, MH. Was able to talk to Nader boys after they got home, and so they did a really great job for us tonight. They got a great video of tornado genesis as the tornado comes down and made contact with the ground. It was at night. Would have been really cool to see if it was during the daytime, but it was at nighttime, but we could clearly see the tornado on the ground, so they did a great job. During the off time, I did watch a couple videos online of some storm chasers picking up that same tornado that Nader boys were on, and looking at some of the photography and some of the pictures coming out of that, and wow, very, very active night. So timing was pretty well spot on from the data. It looked like sometime between 2 and 4. Looked like by the time these storms actually make it across here, we'll probably be looking at close to 3 o'clock. So almost right smack dab in between the time spread. So that did a really good job there. So I did not see much build up of thunderstorms here behind this line of severe storms. So that's good news. It is picking up on a few more thunderstorms later on in the morning, right around the 8 a.m. time frame after this line goes through. Another round of strong storms right around our area, and then again tomorrow afternoon. Just be very scattered, but be something we will be keeping an eye on. So I do have a couple of storm seminars that I am hosting over at a couple area schools here in Henry County. So, of course, that will be a lot of fun today. And the Nader boys are going out today. They are going to be heading down to the south, starting off down in Oklahoma around 11 a.m. to noon today. That's when supercells are supposed to be firing up down in Oklahoma. And then they will follow and track them up into the Missouri side around Joplin, Springfield area. So we'll be kind of checking in on them, make sure that on their safe travels as we go through today as well. So we've got 65 degrees out right now. So still plenty of warmth out there. So temperatures really haven't done anything since we talked last. We still have dew points in the mid-50s, so still ample energy out there for these thunderstorms to continue on their trek. And again, we're seeing more reports of strong straight line winds, which we did not have last night or with the earlier storms. This is because it's more of a linear style thunderstorm, meaning kind of like what we seen, Alan, at the storm seminar. So you know what they call a squall line, but this squall line is broken up somewhat. So there are some embedded supercells within this line, so we're kind of keeping a close eye on that. A lot of the short-term models that came out while we were online the first time kind of hinted at a Bow Echo style line coming through west central Missouri, where the biggest threat would be strong straight line winds out ahead of it. So look at the storm structure up here in northern Missouri. So it's almost like you have training going on, and these are likely being fed by themselves. You know how we were talking about how each cell behind it is being fed off of the lead storm from the outflow, and that's what we got going on up here in the north. So that is providing some flooding up here in northern Missouri, and the threat of flooding because of this. So as this cell come across the area, this cell formed, feeding off to the outflow of the one ahead of it. And now this one is, and this is a brand new one that just popped up that's been feeding off of this band. So pretty interesting what's going on up there in the north. I'm going to kind of put this into motion. So this line of storms is moving off to the northeast. Same way with these cells up here in northern part of Missouri. I'm going to go back a few frames. It is very electrified, lots of lightning. Doesn't look like it's losing any intensity any at all as it's moving off to the east. Hey, good morning, Lucky. I just now seen you were on. Just grabbing my cup of coffee. Can't ever have enough coffee. So again, we're not expecting, how do I want to say it? We're not expecting the same type of caliber storms that we had earlier tonight over in Kansas and northern Missouri. Right now, we are being fed coming off of the front itself, not up by the triple point where we had the intersection of a cold front, the low-level jet, and the warm front, the low-level jet, as well as the trigger mechanism, the front, that was coming together. So these are not going to be quite as strong as those storms up there. We're expecting strong straight-line winds, the possibility of large hail up to golf balls. We do have an outside tornado threat, even though it is diminished greatly from what we've seen over on the Kansas side and up in northern Missouri earlier tonight. So that's our threats that we're expecting with this line of storms as it moves across the state line. We are just a little bit early. We're about 30 minutes or so away from these storms actually affecting west central Missouri, but we're probably about 15 minutes, maybe about 15 minutes away from National Weather Service warning this first tier of counties, likely Cass, Bates, and Vernon County. Would be the next tier of counties to be placed under a thunderstorm warning. If you guys ever get a chance to look at some social media, from the storms out here in Kansas, man, there is a bunch of incredible pictures out there. I do have several on my phone. That I will get downloaded so that we can take a look at here in our live stream. Hi, Marcy. No problem at all. Plus, on top of that, I kind of want to jump in here and be live before everybody's weather radios start going off, waking them up, wondering what's going on, jumping on. I'm not on yet. They freak out. So, if they see I'm already live, they can jump in and they can see all of my stupidity of being up at 2:45 chasing thunderstorms, but it'll kind of keep the anxiety down a little bit. That's what we try to do. See if I can find, maybe even download that picture. On there. Have a great shot from radar scope of that cell that Nader boys were on. See if I get this sent over and I'll show you here while we got just a couple minutes before the next round of warnings come out. I'm just going to forward this to myself. And I'll have that picture here in just a moment. But man, you talk about a textbook example of what it looks like when you have a fully mature tornado on the ground and you're looking at radar mega. Boy, what a beautiful shot it was. Bring this over here real quick. So take a look. This was the same cell. Nader boys were just east of this cell. And take a look what radar scope was picking up. Look at that classic hook echo with a coil right in the middle of it where it is wrapping up those rain bands. Totally rain wrapped tornado. But man, that's like a perfect coil in the center. That is a textbook copy of what a tornado on the ground looks like when you're looking at radar. We also, that is the velocity radar here. And as you can see, you got some really dark blues with some pinks right next to each other. So you definitely have the rotation, wind going toward and away from radar in a very tight couplet. So very impressive picture. That was in Kansas. That was where our storm chasing group, Nader boys, they were actually filming that tornado, and that was on a app called Radar Scope. which is one of the best apps on the go for radar, and it picked up a perfectly illustrated Doppler image of a tornado on the ground. So really a beautiful picture. This was the actual tornado that was on the Kansas side that they were on. Look at them, just a textbook stovepipe. The cloud structure was just amazing. So this particular picture was taken by Brandon Montgomery. I watched his live feed after we went off air from our first round tonight. Alright guys, so if you're just joining, we have a few more people in here, so we're probably just a few minutes away from seeing probably Cass and Bates be placed under a severe thunderstorm warning for strong straight line winds and the possibility of seeing some large hail. It's associated with this line of storms right here moving to the northeast. And we will be watching for these little areas along the leading edge of this thunderstorm. We will be watching it for the possibility of a brief spin-up tornado along the leading edge of this line of thunderstorms as it moves into west central Missouri. We still have ongoing thunderstorms up here in the north still, so they've been under the gun all night long up around Gladstone, Smithville, Ray County. So very active night up to the north. And I kind of thought I'd get a head start. On being live before everybody's weather radios start going off and wondering what is going on. So we do have a new mesoscale discussion that just come out not too long ago from the Storm Prediction Center. I'll show you what that has said. So hail and localized severe wind gusts will remain possible overnight in our severe thunderstorm watch box we're currently under. Eventual downstream watch issuance is possible for these counties here just to the southeast. As this line moves into west central Missouri, they may actually put another watch box up just to the southeast of the current watch box. So we still have dew points right at 59 degrees right now, with a strong southeast I'm sorry, southwest wind right now. Southeast, I'm showing southeast wind. These little barbs indicate a southwest wind, pretty good clip, but anywhere between 8 to 18 miles per hour here on my weather station. So, anyway, we still have severe weather coming through. All the data that we've been seeing. So, you'll start hearing all the weather radios start going off now.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
So they went ahead and issued a severe thunderstorm warning for a couple of our counties here in west central Missouri, Cass and Bates. So this is going to be for Miami County, Lynn County in Kansas, western Cass County, western Bates County until 3:30. Severe thunderstorm located near Fontana or near Lacine, moving northeast at 35. 60 miles per hour wind and quarter-size hail are possible. And again, that's for Bates and Cass County on the Missouri side. Is the southern side of that line approaching us beginning to elongate? Like this right here? No, it actually, it continues to expand. It's just the radar is not catching all of it. So once I move to a different radar, that line extends all the way down into Oklahoma and up into west central Missouri. And you have to remember too, these things are moving in that direction. So as this line continues to shift to the northeast, these here are going to be the cells that are going to be affecting this area. I'm going to put this in dual pane mode so I can check out the velocities along the leading edge of this line as it begins to make its approach across the state line. We still have plenty of moisture out there to be working with. 59 degree dew point. Remember last night we were dealing with, I believe it was around 47, 48 degree dew points. There just wasn't a whole lot of juice in the fire to be able to keep thunderstorms down here in our area. So we got more moisture to work with. We have all the ingredients setting up. We knew it was going to be a pretty volatile day throughout that entire risk area. So, and it's holding true. All the data, the short-term models, everything was eyeballing this line of storms that would be coming through about this time, with the potential to throw some. Be able to throw some hail, strong winds, and a possibility of a tornado here in west central Missouri. So the information, the data is It's actually really good so far as we head into storm season. You know, you always try to pick out what data sets, what models do you look at that is picking up on the storm better than the others. Every year it's different. It could be the Icon model, it could be the North American model, it could be the Euro model, but every year it sets up where a certain model, because of the conditions, not sure exactly what conditions really, but every year there's a model that comes out to to be on top of the others. And so far this year, it is the European model is really doing a great job forecasting our weather here in West Central Missouri. Polo. Anything in Illinois? Boy, they had an active night tonight. It's kind of funny you say that because it's been I've been watching that over on the Illinois side. Very active night out there. So this right up here in northeast Missouri around Hannibal, I've been watching that storm cluster up there. See if we can jump over to a another thing I noticed on Twitter tonight. There's been a few people complaining about the lag on Radar Omega because of all the storm spotters, the storm chasers, everybody utilizing Radar Omega. It is really slowed down their server tonight in some way, some fashion. So that line, that looks like a pretty linear line of thunderstorms that is crossing over into the Illinois from Quincy on up into the Iowa-Illinois border. But it looks like mainly just straight line winds and possibility of some larger hail in this area moving over to Illinois. But right now, in the rest of Illinois, it looks like in pretty good shape. That's the only warning right now into Illinois. A lot of storm chasers out and about tonight, guys. Every one of these little red and green and yellow dots out there are storm chasers. We've seen. Don't get me wrong. I'm fascinated with storms. I've storm chased for a few years. It's getting to the point where we've seen that Alta Vista storm on the Kansas side. If you guys were live with me when Nader Boys was out there, they were playing it safe. Kind of knows the game. Stayed away from the main interstates. He was kind of out there all by himself in a great position. But on the interstate going up into Alta Vista, there had to have been 50 different storm chasers lined up, parked along the same road, almost on top of each other. That cannot be safe. That's dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. And everybody loves the adrenaline rush. Everybody, fascinated with storms. It's not the ones who are seasoned, who've been out there, that knows the dangers of these storms, know how to read radar, know that they have to have an exit route. Those aren't the guys I'm worried about. It's the ones that are trying to make a quick buck with a tornado video or a tornado picture. media stations will pay thousands of dollars for a good shot. That last picture that I showed you from Montgomery, the storm chaser, you know, that's liable going to fetch several $1,000s for that picture. So everybody gets out there wanting a piece of that dollar, and they put others in harm's way. So that's the difference between a storm chaser and a storm spotter. So you can take a storm spotter class and be able to do that in the comfort in your own home behind a computer, kind of like what I do. You can be a storm spotter and, you know, be able to spot the storms and the storm structure from a safe 10, 12 miles away from the storm. A storm chaser, they're the ones that go right up to within a half mile of the tornado. And when you get 30, 40, 50 storm chasers all in the same area trying to get the same picture of a storm, that's when you have accidents. So crazy how much storm chasing has blossomed over the last 10 or 15 years. I'm just a viewer and supporter of the live stream for Storm Spotter. Oh, absolutely, Polo D. Weather Channel beep and woke me up. Good. That's exactly why we have these apps on our phones. Have multiple ways. Make you know, if you don't have a battery in your weather radio and power goes out, you know, these are things that we prepare ourselves as we head into storm season. We want to make sure we have fresh batteries in the weather radios. We have a good weather app on our phone to be able to wake us up, notify us. You know, have Subby's Weather Talk to go to at 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody else is sleeping. So I'm at the age now where beauty sleep doesn't do any better for me, so it don't bother me not getting much sleep. So just kind of a recap, guys. We've got a line of strong to severe thunderstorms that are moving northeast into west central Missouri. We had our first two warnings issued moments ago for Cass and for Bates County. And that's for this line of storms right here where my cursor's at. It is moving off to the northeast in this direction. And right now the biggest threat, strong straight line winds and hail to the sides of golf balls with the strongest of these storms tonight. So they have weakened in intensity. The tornado threat it's still there. It's greater than what it was last night, but it's not as it's nothing like what we saw in the first string up in Kansas and north of the river, where the conditions were a little bit better for tornadoes. Actually, a lot better for tornadoes up there, closer to that dry line and closer to this warm front that you see draped across here. The warm front played a big role into most of those thunderstorms that erupted in Kansas, northeast Kansas, in our last stream. So, but we shouldn't take it lightly. We do have potential to see some damaging winds and damaging hail here in west central Missouri. We'll take a look at some of these winds as well with this line. Catherine, that's funny. When Catherine mentioned that when her fiance is sleeping and he's out. He doesn't hear nothing. So I'm assuming he's still out cold right now. You guys were out and about all through Kansas chasing those storms as well tonight. Hey Kevin, when will the storms be in Webb City? Well, I tell you what, you're going to be kind of in the you're going to be in prime zone tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. I say tomorrow. This is 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. So this is going to be something that. Let's just take a look here. Let me bring it up here while we got a few minutes. These storms are just at the state line right now, and then we'll kind of focus on these cells coming into west central Missouri. But let me bring this up with a little bit of. That's actually down around your area is where Nader boys are going to be heading this morning to do some live stream and some YouTubing down there. To bring up the short-term model. And we'll kind of zoom this down to Missouri. So, Kevin, I'm going to bring this over and for everybody to see. So this is a short-term model of what we can expect over the next few hours. Right here is your timestamp. So 2 o'clock when this model was ran. So right here is your time. And we put this into motion. You notice we get a strong line of thunderstorms coming through west central Missouri. Actually kind of picking up in intensity just a little bit as they cross the state line into a little bit better conditions. But anyway, then we go. These storms were really just kind of skirt north of Springfield by 8 o'clock, but look what's going to happen here as we go a couple hours into that. You see these thunderstorms down here. These are going to be supercells. This is what Nader boys are going to be chasing 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow or this morning, and then tomorrow afternoon. Oh, let's see how fast. Okay, that's as far as we go to 2 o'clock tomorrow. But tomorrow afternoon, we will see more supercell activity down here to the south. And that's when I think your biggest chance down around the Webb City area to see some severe thunderstorms is going to be with Thursday night activity. Well, they'll be live. You're live. They will be. Nader boys will be live. A lot of times, kind of depends on how the day goes. I've got a full day. I've got a few schools that I'm going to be giving some weather seminar to today, as well as working for emergency management. I will be tracking, helping Nader boys stay safe, so I will be here in the weather center tonight, and if we start to see Thursday night, guys, so you'll have to bear with me. After I took about an hour and a half nap, and I'm thinking it's the next day. So tonight, Thursday night, I will be following Nader boys as they're down in Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas, and into Missouri. So I will be going live if there's some storms break out down around the Springfield area. So we use Zello. I'm actually part of a nationwide storm chaser group called Torcon, and there's links on Facebook as well as on the website to Torcon, and we're a nationwide. We're actually the largest as of last week. We are the largest storm chasing group in the country. So pretty exciting there, where we started off with about 5 of us, and now we're the largest organized group of storm chasers in the country. So pretty exciting. I've kind of taken a step back because of my new role with emergency management, as well as my personal page here with Subby's Weather Talk. But we utilize Zello. It's like a walkie-talkie with your phone. They have two-way radios, in which I have one that communicates through Zello as well, and it's an app on your phone. You can download it for Apple, Android, and it's push button to talk. You're able to have channels in which you have all your storm chasers together in one channel, dispatchers, social media. Everybody comes together. We have an operational channel. When things are going down and we have tornado on the ground and we have chasers nearby, we go in operation mode, and we can all communicate back and forth with each other just like you would, say, with a walkie-talkie. It comes in clear, and that is what I had got set up with Nader Boys with, and so it's working really well for us. Private, Kevin, if you would, if you're get on our Facebook page and shoot me a private message, and I will I'll talk with you on that a little bit. All right, guys. So let's take a look. We do have yet another severe thunderstorm warning north of West Central Missouri, but is encompassing Grain Valley. We do have friends here from Subby's Weather Talk up. That's Overland Park, over to Grain Valley, up to Buckner. They were just placed under a severe thunderstorm warning. And if you notice, guys, these storms are beginning to intensify just a little bit as they move over into Missouri, where our dew points are continually to climb. So we right here in Clinton, we got 59-degree dew points, which is more than adequate to fuel the fire of these thunderstorms and keeping them strong as these things head into our area. So we are seeing a little intensification of these storms, so we're keeping a close eye on what we've got going on. So let's take a look at winds here. So it looks like we do have a line of, if you look on the velocity radar on the right hand panel and see where I'm going across, these are the winds that are going toward the radar, toward Pleasant Hill. And we do have, in order for it to be severe, you got to have 58-mile-an-hour winds or greater, and we do see several 60. I did see 170. Where's that at? It was right in this. There it is, right there. So we do have some severe winds coming into Bates County. Looks like be knocking on the door of Archie, Adrian, Butler, and Rich Hill here over the next 15-20 minutes. So up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts just west of Butler along 52 Highway. And up here on the Cass County, not quite seeing the winds up here in Cass County as what I'm seeing here in Bates County. Facebook name, let's see here. Actually, just go to Subby's Weather Talk on Facebook. Go to Subby's Weather Talk and just message me through Subby's Weather Talk. We can talk about that. We can talk about that tomorrow morning. Let's check out, see if there's, let's see if there's any hail. We'll go to vertically integrated liquid. So we do have a little bit of a hail core up here. And notice right where this hail core is right here is the same area where you see a little bit of purple right there. So we do have a couple hail cores along this line, but it looks like right now the greatest threat are strong straight line winds. Now up here just west of Green Valley, right over, let's see, that'd be east of Overland Park. They've got a couple of large hail cores producing probably golf ball, not bigger. Looks like coming right over Raytown right now. And that's what prompted the severe thunderstorm warning for that area. So I like to keep it on the velocity radar so that I can continue to monitor this outer edge of this line of storms for any possible small low-level rotation where we could get a brief spin up of a tornado. I always like to search for that. They can sometimes creep up on you and not know. They will not issue a tornado warning typically for those type because they are so brief. By the time they issue a tornado warning, it's already dissipated, but it can do quite a bit of damage. Having a 100 mile an hour wind tornado drop down for 5 minutes can do a lot of damage. So right now, looks like the strongest part of the cell is in Bates County, just west of Butler, and Adrian and Archie, right along that line of 49 Highway. So let's put a little timestamp on this. Let's see here. These are moving northeast at 35. The individual cells are moving just a little bit faster. Yeah, we didn't see any of these cells moving at 60 mile an hour last night. They were going 15 miles per hour. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and do a timestamp. Whoop. There we go. All right, so we have several cities in this coming up here before too long. We have Adrian 328, Archie 331, Passaic 335, Lone Tree at 340, Butler at 340, Ballard at 343, Garden City 344, Harrisonville 347, Creighton at 348, New Piper 352, Urick 352, Germantown 353, Montrose 357, Appleton City 358, Kingsville 402, Holden 404, Clinton 409, Shawnee Mound 410, Centerview 414, Cole at 420, Warrensburg 421, Tightwad 426, Windsor 427. Now that's based, these storms are kind of going at different speeds from 35 to 60. So we're kind of using 45 miles per hour is what we're using for the speed of these cells. Blowing hard at the Bates County line. Thanks, Sherry, for the report at the base cast line. So that's right here. That's Sherry showing. You're probably going to have some hail coming up here pretty soon as well. Holy cow. Uncle Tim, you're up late or up early, one of the two. Up at Smithville, yep. You've been hit with a couple of good storms here over the last hour and a half, actually. Constant lightning in Pleasant Hill. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be. This is a very electrified storm, guys. We were talking about that last night. All the data suggests just incredible lightning show. Last night's storms were very energetic as well. But so one thing you got to keep in mind whenever you have such an energized storm with lots of lightning that you got to be prepared for power outages. So know where your flashlights are, make sure you have battery backup, that sort of thing. So again, we have our first couple severe thunderstorm warning for west central Missouri. And we just had another one that's going to include Bates and Johnson County in that's Cass and Johnson County in west central Missouri. You'll hear my weather radio start going off here momentarily. So that is going to include Belton and parts of Johnson County as well. Likely for this cell right here, just south of Belton. Now it does look like they allowed the. Well, that was kind of delayed response from the weather radio, but that's for this cell right here. "60 to 70 miles per hour, Joe, is what's on the leading edge of this line right here. Now they did allow the severe thunderstorm warning to expire for Bates County. And likely the reason behind that is because the I am not quite seeing those wind speeds associated with that line. This line is kind of breaking up a little bit into individual cells. Now we do have some hail just on the going over Adrian, just to the east of Adrian right now. Not severe level, probably penny size, maybe nickel size hail in Adrian. We'll kind of watch to see what these storms do. But new severe thunderstorm warning out for parts of Cass, parts of Johnson County, up in the northwest corner of Johnson County as well, and of course Green Valley and South Kansas City, Belton, Raymore area, all under the gun. Likely for this hail core up here near Belton. We looked at that here just a few minutes ago. Had a pretty impressive hail core up there. But the severe thunderstorm warning for Bates County was allowed to expire. We will be waiting to see if another one will be issued. I am picking up some strong winds down here in Vernon County. Looks like that is it is not warned yet, but right around Metz, just west of Rich Hill and west of 49 Highway. So take a look at the wind speeds there. So 60 miles per hour winds there near Metz, and maybe a little bit of rotation in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see if we get another severe thunderstorm warning out for southern Bates and northern Vernon counties here very soon. And of course, this will all be heading over toward the Appleton City, Butler, Montrose area here over the next 30 minutes or so. See if we have a hail core with this cell up here in northern Bates County. We are showing up to 1 inch hail, 100% hail probability. It is a mesocyclone, so it is still spinning. It's kind of wondering if we don't get a new severe thunderstorm warning for Bates County for this cell as well. Yeah, pretty good hail core right on 49 Highway. So that is 1 inch hail. Doppler indicated along 49. So I would not be surprised to see a new severe thunderstorm warning out for parts of Bates and Henry County here in the next few minutes. I am going to go and check out National Weather Service chat. Give me just a sec to bring that up here and see what they're thinking on this. Another hail core down here in southern Bates County. So really surprised they allowed that to expire. We got a couple pretty good hail cores going on right now in Bates County. So it looks like after this line of storms moves through, guys, they will likely start to start eliminating some of these counties in the watch area. This is our primary focus tonight, is this line of thunderstorms right here. So that is our line of storms we're concerned about. Once it pushes through West Central Missouri, I would say they will start eliminating these counties in the watch boxes. So we still have a pretty strong cell in Bates County right now, with some rotation just southwest of Rich Hill. We do have some rotation. We do still have some strong winds in that area, 50 to 60 miles per hour. It is not under a warning at this time. We still have, looks like coming up here on 7 Highway, Garden City, Creighton, and Urick are under the gun here in the next 15-20 minutes or so. Some strong straight line winds. Looking like there could be some pea to penny size hail associated with it. So we'll be keeping an eye for any strengthening of that cell as it moves into eastern Bates County and western Henry County. Hailing in Garden City, pea size. Thank you. Thanks for the report there, Brianna. That's great to be able to. That's great to be able to actually put something on the ground. What we're looking at radar right now. So she's up in Garden City.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, so they must have been hearing me. So we now have a large severe thunderstorm warning for Bates, Cass, Henry, and southwest Johnson County for this particular line of storms that will be coming across. So we do have potential to see quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds with these cells. What I'm looking at right now, one is situated, get ready to go across 7 Highway, and and what I might do here, guys, I'm going to take a look at something here. Give me one moment. Okay, I just want to welcome. This is Jim Sublette. I am Deputy Director of Henry County Emergency Management. I just have you guys join my live stream with Subby's Weather Talk. So welcome. Henry County has been placed under a severe thunderstorm warning for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour winds as well as quarter-size hail. We are currently looking at radar right now. We have 2 cells along a line of thunderstorms that will be moving into our area. One is right here near Garden City along 7 Highway, and a little bit stronger cell down here along Interstate 49, just southwest of Butler, that is moving northeast and will be affecting Henry County here in the next about 20 minutes. So I wanted to bring in our followers from Henry County Emergency Management page into this live stream, as Henry County has been placed, as well as Bates, Cass, and the southwest part of Johnson County under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next few minutes. So we do have a report from Garden City of some pea-sized hail. Yeah, you're actually seeing a lot of broad rotations along this leading line. So swirling winds is really about the best explanation that I can give you right now. We've got some outflow boundaries. We've got this line of storms coming in to a warm, juicy environment out there. So we are getting kind of a whirlwind type of winds associated with these thunderstorms. So, and that's prevalent here as we look at velocity radar and several small areas of rotation along this leading line, in which the green colors represent winds going toward the National Weather Service Doppler radar, and the reds are winds going away from National Weather Service Doppler radar. So we typically look for small individual couplets where red and green, or the warm and the light colors come together for the potential to see a spin up tornado. So right now, not seeing any indications of a tornado threat right now. Just strong straight line winds to 60 miles per hour, and the possibility of quarter-size hail, with the strongest of these storms coming through our area tonight. So again, if you're welcome, if you're joining from the Henry County Emergency Management social media pages, we have just included you into our live stream that we have been hosting throughout the night for Subby's Weather Talk. So we are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 30 minutes for Henry County, as well as Bates County, southwestern Johnson County, and southern Cass County. So a severe thunderstorm is located near Creighton or near Garden City, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail are possible with these storms. So that is why they have put us under a severe thunderstorm warning for these 2 particular cells going through our area this evening. Hi, Joy. Good, Jordan. Jordan mentioned he was asleep and Storm Shield woke him up. That's it wakes me up too. I love Storm Shield as an app on the phone. That is one of the best free apps out there. It does have radar on it as well. But yeah, that is a very good app to have on your Android or Apple phone if you don't have a radio, and if you have a radio. So weather radio, by far a definite necessity, especially in our area. So you have the smoke detector, carbon monoxide tester, and a weather radio in your home. Hitting Ballard now. Thanks, Jenna. We have a report going through Ballard right now. The storm is. So please feel free to put a comment. Let me know what you're seeing in your area. That helps us plan for the counties and the cities in front of you, what to look for, what to expect. So again, if you are just tuning in, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Cass County, Henry County in West Central, Bates County, southwestern Johnson County, until 4:15. So we have just under 30 minutes remaining for this severe thunderstorm warning that includes Henry County. And it's for this cell here near Butler and one up here along 7 Highway right around between Creighton and Garden City. So this one down here in Butler does have a hail core. That's where you see the purples. Right here does have a hail core. And strong straight line winds associated with it. So let's put a timestamp on this here real quick for you guys. This thing is really trucking 60 miles per hour to the northeast. So approximate times, Appleton City at 3:58. This particular cell will be hitting Ballard at 3:59. Germantown at 4 o'clock, Montrose 4:01, New Piper 4:03, Lucas 4:05, Urick 4:09, Clinton at 4:14. Huntingdale 4:16, Quarles 4:19, Chehaui 4:20, and Shawnee Mound at 4:21. Thanks, Jennifer. Jennifer just mentioned she's 3 miles east of Adrian off of 18 Highway. These storms are packing a punch and still really noisy out there due to this electrified storm bringing tons of lightning with it. And you can see all of these lightning bolts. Those are all current lightning strikes associated with these cells. So looks like Urick is now starting to get into the picture. Part of the cell going over Urick right now with some heavy rain. We're going to take a look at the hail core, see if I know we've got one down here just east of Butler. I'm sure will be picked up, but I'm not seeing any hail up here with the storm associated near Urick, Creighton, Garden City, up into Johnson County right now. So it looks like this is lagging just a little bit behind. These storms are going 60 miles per hour, and these radar scans update every 2 minutes. So it's lagging behind just a little bit, but we do.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
What you heard in that background was Storm Shield, the app on my phone, going off. So there is a hail core down here just to the east of Butler. Um, a little bit of pea-sized hail going on here just south of Holden. But nothing too impressive right here in the corner of northwest Henry County. Not seeing much in the way of just other than just very heavy rain here in the northwest part of Henry County. This cell right down here in Butler will be moving into Henry County here the next 20 minutes or so. And this one here is kind of packing a punch here, so we'll be watching it very closely as it comes into Henry County. Switch back over here to velocity radar, and this and again this helps us determine wind speeds and any little couplets where we might see rotation associated with any of these cells moving through the area. Now remember, the tornado threat is a lot lower than what it was earlier in the evening with our first live stream up in Kansas and north of I-70. The conditions were much better up there near the triple point, up in north of I-70 than what it is down here, but it's not zero. So we are watching for the likelihood of seeing any brief weak tornadoes that might be spun up from some of these storms as they come into the area. But the tornado threat is not very high for our area right now. The main threats are going to be strong straight line winds and hail up to the size of quarters as these enter our county. Storm just rode through Raymore. So if we take an overall picture here, snapshot of what's going on around us, we're concentrating on this line of storms that's pretty much congealed into one solid line of thunderstorms all the way from Chillicothe down through Green Valley and all the way down into Oklahoma. Once this line passes to our east, then we will be done for the short term, although we do have another chance to see some thunderstorms around the 8-9 o'clock a.m. time frame, and again this afternoon. But the better risk this afternoon is going to be down south of west central Missouri, closer down toward Springfield, Branson, down in southwest Missouri. So as the storm comes closer to Clinton and we get a few rumbles of lightning and thunder, just want to let you guys know that you will hear a dog going nuts. So the lightning and thunder never bothered him since he was a pup up until last year when last July, and we had a neighbor shooting fireworks, very loud aerial fireworks, and I think it hurt his ears. And ever since then, any loud noises like thunder or fireworks, and he lets me know he does not like them. So hey, it's my daddy-o. So again, we are tracking a line of severe thunderstorms from Green Valley down through Johnson County, Henry County, and Bates County. We are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next about 15 minutes for the potential of strong straight line winds up to 60 miles per hour and hail to the size of quarters. So these are not as strong as the thunderstorms in round one earlier tonight up north of I-70 and over on the Kansas side. We did have our very own spotters. Nader Boys was able to capture the tornado genesis, the beginning stages of a tornado as it come out of the wall cloud and eventually hit the ground, was all caught on video tonight from Nader Boys. They are right here in west central Missouri, born and raised, and they've been chasing what others have feared over the last few years, and we are happy to have them on board here at Subby's Weather Talk. So I'd almost guarantee you it is thundering outside. I did not hear it, but my dog did. Yeah, I know, Mary. It's he does not like it. He's a very watchful dog, and very thankful to have him. But boy, during thunderstorms, I got enough noise going on around here with weather radios and apps going off, and I got the dog barking in the background. So. Let's see here, Alan mentioned he can hear some decent thunder southeast Henry County, Deepwater Brownington area. Yeah, that's exactly what you're hearing. You're hearing this part. That's a very noisy part of the storm that's coming into Henry County right now. Not seeing much of the way, just wind gusts of 45 to 50 mile an hour here in southwest Henry County. Not much of a hail core going on right now, but you know, it fluctuates as it goes up and down in intensity. So this cell is moving into Henry County. It is in eastern Bates County right now, so we can expect some very heavy rainfall. It'll be brief, but very heavy rainfall, some pea-sized hail, and a ton of lightning and thunder. So that's what we can expect as this storm rolls into Henry County. Up in Johnson County, we also have another strong cell that is going to be moving into Warrensburg proper in the next 15 minutes or so. Not quite as impressive as the cell down in Bates County, but nonetheless, it is severe warned for 60 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail as well. Rain starting in Appleton. Yeah, you're
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, so that is likely for an update right now. Let's check in what the National Weather Service has updated this with. Okay, guys, so it has intensified a little bit. So we have a severe thunderstorm was located near Chehaui, 9 miles south of Warrensburg, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter size hail, radar indicated. Now, they are putting a tag on this. This is not tornado warned. But if you notice right here, National Weather Service has put a tag of a possible tornado.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
So, and the reason behind that is because we're seeing so many small rotations with this cell. Actually, with both cells right now. So, I'm not saying take your tornado precautions, but when the National Weather Service actually issues a tag like that, it is definitely something we need to pay attention to. So we do have another severe thunderstorm warning, also with the same tag, with a possible tornado. So this is for northern St. Clair County in west central Missouri. Severe thunderstorm located near Appleton City, 15 miles north of Eldo, moving east at 60. We have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is radar indicated. So this entire watch box here, because of all these small rotations along the leading edge of these cells, they are putting a tag that a possible short-lived tornado, weak, but nonetheless, that is possible with either one of these two cells. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for Johnson County and Pettis County. So that's Warrensburg and Sedalia for the next 43 minutes. It is also tagged with a possible tornado. So these are really beginning to pick up on the moisture. They are really beginning to rotate. Several areas of rotation within this line of storms. So it's not time to take cover now, but it is. We do need to be prepared for the possibility of some very strong straight line winds coming into Warrensburg and Henry County right now. It's looks like going through Chehowee, wind and rain now, thunder and lightning heavy in Clinton. Thank you, Lucky. Thanks for the reports. So again, we have the strongest part of this line of storms coming into west central Missouri. We have several active severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing right now. We have northern St. Clair County, eastern Bates, Henry County, Johnson County, and Pettis County, all in a severe thunderstorm warning for strong straight line winds, hail to the size of quarters, and all of these severe thunderstorm warnings are tagged with the potential of a brief spin up tornado if possible. And the reason behind that is because of all of the circulations going on. This is velocity radar. And coming into Warrensburg right now, they've got some very strong winds on the west side of Warrensburg right now. And also on the north side of Clinton and Henry County has got some strong winds coming into Henry County as well. So this is not tornado warned, but severe thunderstorms, and in a case like this, a severe thunderstorm warning can and sometimes do associate a brief spin up tornado. So just because you're not under a tornado warning doesn't mean that a tornado can't happen. They sometimes come out of, they spawn out of severe thunderstorms. They're typically weak. They're very short-lived, but nonetheless, they can do damage. So, as with any severe thunderstorm warning, make sure you're away from windows. Make sure that you have your cars in a garage. Just some proactive steps to help keep you safe, and that is the number one focus here. Why we are going live right now is to inform and protect everybody that is watching this in our area. So again, severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Bates, northern St. Clair, all of Henry, all of Johnson, and all of Pettis County in west central Missouri. Where does it show circulation? Well, let's go up and down this line. So, first circulation that stands out is on the west side of Warrensburg, where we see some very strong straight line winds getting ready to come into Warrensburg, and you notice that little dark area right there. It's a changing of wind direction that is obvious right there. So that's definitely a spot that we would look at for the possibility of a spin up. We also, let me jump off of that. Let's go on down the line here and see. So basically right now there's not a lot of circulations, mainly straight line winds. But what we try to look at is for any notches along this leading edge. Any of these little notches, like down here around Nevada, we'll be keeping a close eye right down there. Any of these notches along the line has the potential, because these line of thunderstorms actually they serve kind of almost just like a cold front. You get the rain cooled air out ahead of it, pushing out away from the storm, and then you get that warm moist air that's coming in from the south and the southeast and pumping into the storm. And a lot of times you can get these little brief spin ups that come and go very quickly. So that's one of the reasons why the National Weather Service put that tag on this, because there were several areas of rotation. I'm not seeing a whole lot. I'm kind of keeping a close eye. That's what I do along the leading edge of these thunderstorms. I always look for those small little spin ups to try to give people a little bit of a warning, because typically the National Weather Service will not issue a tornado warning for these little spin ups, because by the time they issue the warning, they will be gone and dissipated, and everybody's wondering what the heck is going on. So that's the reason why they put this tag, tornado possible, into severe thunderstorm warnings that have the potential to have a brief spin up tornado. So just take your regular precautions, stay away from windows. We do have hail associated with this, as well as strong straight line winds. All right, so it looks like Uric, Clinton, going through Appleton City right now, just north of El Dorado Springs. El Dorado, you're going to be hit by this thunderstorm here in the next few minutes as well.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, not exactly sure what this one is for. It has not popped up on my radar yet. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, so basically what they've done, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Henry County. So that's this one right here for the next 35 minutes. At 4:09, a severe thunderstorm is located near Deepwater, near Clinton, moving east at 65 miles per hour. So the hazard, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail are possible. So for those of you wanting to know what the maps are, so here on the left hand side is basic radar. That's what you're used to seeing. Shows the intensity of the rain. And on the right hand side, this is called velocity radar. This tells me winds going toward the radar and winds going away from the radar site in Pleasant Hill. And whenever you see a small area with winds coming from both directions, is a great indication that you may have a spin up tornado or some circulation on the ground. So that's why I keep this up as well, so that I can monitor these storms as they come in for any signs of circulation. So I just had a wind gust here in Clinton at 41 mile per hour on my weather station. So winds are really picking up here in Clinton proper in Henry County. And of course the dog is hearing the thunder. So he's not knowing exactly what's going on. So we're still sitting at 65 degrees with 58 degree dew point. Hi Ashley. So you are between Butler and Appleton in the eastern Bates area. Okay. Yep. So you're pretty much done for the evening there in Bates County. So those storms have tracked off to the east of you. So let's take a look down here now, and I'll kind of help educate a little bit for people who might not know much about radar. But this right here is and it shows up on many different radar apps. This is a tornado TVS marker. Okay, and basically that's what this is, a TVS. Okay, and this is a signature, a tornado signature. And all that is showing that there is some strong rotation in this part of the cell. It is a mesocyclone, so it's got very small hail, pea-sized hail associated with, but it does not mean there is a tornado. That just means that there is strong rotation that would be capable of producing a tornado. However, I'm not seeing any indications showing that as such on the ground level. So these are typically markers that look up into the atmosphere, higher up from the surface, and then shows that there is some strong rotation. One thing I am going to keep an eye on here in St. Clair County, you guys see this little finger down here? This right here, just west of Larry City. That is also what I look for in the line of storms for any rotation or possible spin up of tornado. We will continue to watch this on the next scan of velocity radar. Almost like, so what will happen in a case like that is the rain cooled air will interact with the warm moist air. It will begin to try to wrap this precipitation back into itself, formed like a little eddy, like you would see in a pool drain or something like that, and create a little circulation out here for a little spin up tornado. I'm not seeing that right now, but that is something I'm going to be keeping a close eye on right now. Those little fingers are always something that always draws my attention to. All right, here in Henry County, got some strong straight line winds that just pushed through Clinton. The highest gust I got here in Clinton looked like 41 miles per hour wind gusts. Temperature had dropped back down to 60 degrees because of that rain-cooled air. But right now for Henry County, not showing anything really to write home about as far as severe weather, just torrential rainfall, lots of lightning and thunder now coming through Henry County. Timeline then being down in Windsor. Very quickly. These things are booking at 65 miles per hour. So next 15 minutes. I really don't even need to do a time check on this. We will, but these are going so fast. I don't think we'll really need it. It was going 65 miles per hour. 4:26, so in about 10 minutes. Hey Tyler, something just shook house and woke me up at 4 minutes ago. A highway between Appleton and Larry City, quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now, Tyler, I'm not going to sit there and tell you anything, but you should have something like a weather radio to wake you up before the storms hit. So, not when it's on top of you. I'm just saying. That was a good clap of thunder that just went through here. Oh, fire pager. Okay, well, that'll work too. That'll work. Cass County in the clear. Yes, Cass County is in the all clear now for the next few hours. So again, really about the only concerning thing I'm seeing right now, guys, that I'm kind of focusing on is this little finger out here. Just west of Larry City. It's severe warned right now, but I'm keeping a close eye on velocity radar. Sometimes when we get these little fingers out here, it can create a little bit of rotation, and you can kind of see. So the greens are going toward the radar, reds are going away from the radar, and if you notice, it is trying to pull in some of those winds like this. That's why we see that little finger. So this is the area that I will be keeping a close eye on for the possibility. It's not happening now, but for a brief spin up tornado. But nothing is imperative right now. It is just something that I am watching closely. Down in Nevada, we have a strong cell near Fort Scott that will be moving into Nevada. They will likely be under a severe thunderstorm warning very soon for our friends down in Nevada and Vernon County. Here in Henry County, still broad area of moderate to heavy rain. From all the way up and down 13 Highway, all the way through Clinton, all the way down through Deepwater. Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on that, Alan. I know you're down there, Z Highway. So I'm keeping a close eye on this one as well. Right now, just strong straight line winds. Man, that was a loud boom. Definitely getting lightning and thunder in here in Clinton. Watching from Smithton over in Pettis County. So you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. You do have a few minutes before these cells move into Pettis County, though. Oh my goodness, he's going nuts. We're getting quite a little thunder boomer here in Clinton right now. So let's do just a brief recap here for West Central Missouri. So we still have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern St. Clair County, all of Henry County, eastern half of Johnson County, and all of Pettis County here in West Central Missouri. Right now I'm not seeing really too much in the way of any hail core. Some strong straight line winds up here in associated with this storm here in Henry County and Johnson County. We are seeing some pretty strong winds out ahead of these cells right here. So now remember, even though this is showing 73 miles per hour winds, you have to keep in mind we're far enough from the radar. It's picking it up at a little bit higher elevation. So it's not really meaning 73 mile an hour on the ground, but that's a good indication that we could have 50 to 60 mile per hour winds at the surface here in Henry County, just east of Clinton. So you know, don't assume we got 73 mile per hour winds here on the ground, because as you know, the earth is curved. So with that Doppler radar being in Pleasant Hill, the further it goes away from the radar does not bend its waves. It's a straight wave. So as the earth curves, it will get higher into the atmosphere. So we're a few hundred feet off of the surface, 73 mile per hour winds. I'm going to take a look at this cell down to the south again. That little finger that I've been watching here over the last few minutes still hasn't really progressed much. Still some strong straight line winds right at the leading edge of this thing, and again, I watch these little fingers sticking out here for the potential of this rain cooled air to be driven in by that warm moist air coming up from the south, feeding into the storm. Sometimes we start to see that wrap around.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
And again, that is Storm Shield that you're hearing in the background. That is my app on my phone and tablets. Fantastic app. If you do not have it, or it does follow you wherever you go and travel. So that is a great app to have. I am noticing a new severe thunderstorm warning for Vernon County. So the weather radio will be going off here momentarily. That will include Nevada and Vernon County for strong straight line winds and the possibility of quarter-size hail for Vernon County, including Nevada. So we do have an update on that cell here in Henry County. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 4:45 for eastern Henry County. Severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles east of Deepwater or 8 miles southeast of Clinton, moving east at 45. 60 mile per hour wind, quarter-size hail are possible with this cell. So that's the update from the National Weather Service for this cell here in Henry County. Yeah, I didn't pick up any hail here in Center Clinton with this storm as it came through. Let me know if you guys saw any hail here in Henry County. I did not hear, nor did I see any on radar. I still don't see much of the way of hail here in Henry County on radar. Maybe outside of some pea-sized hail, possibly, but I don't see any severe hail here in Henry County right now. Well, Lucky, I don't know if the weather radio will chime back in again after the initial severe thunderstorm warning that was on the weather radio. The main reason my weather radio goes off is that I have all 8 counties.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
The weather radio will only go off for the one time for your county. It will not come back on with an update. So we do have another severe thunderstorm warning, and that is for Benton County and parts of St. Clair County as well. So, and I have all the counties around West Central Missouri plugged into my weather radio, so that's the reason why you've been hearing my weather radio go off all night. Oh, good, Debbie. Okay. I have not heard an update for Henry County or an update for a county. So, I'm not sure, Lucky. So Alan, down there in Henry County along Z Highway, nothing too impressive down your area down there, Alan, right now. So, still kind of keeping an eye on that in southeastern Henry County, but right now nothing too impressive is showing up here on radar. So you're going to be getting probably some torrential rain here in the next few minutes. Windsor, yeah, Lauren, it's coming right into Windsor right now. So again, not picking up anything severe, other than looks like around 40-45 mile per hour wind gusts. Maybe some pea-sized hail, but not even picking up any hail on radar right now as it comes in to northeast Henry County in Windsor. No tornadoes being produced in Brownington, Karen. We've been watching that cell actually pretty intensely here over the last 30 minutes or so. There's some minor rotation, broad rotation, but right now it's not picking up anything down around Brownington right now. You're welcome. Yeah, Devin, looked like the worst had passed Larry City. You're probably still getting some some moderate rain right now. But anyway, I don't think I think Larry City is pretty much going to start to lighten up here as far as rainfall here in the next 10-15 minutes as the cell continues to move east of Larry City. Was the worst of it around 3:30, 4 o'clock? Yes, it was, Presley. Actually, Uric actually had 2 cells move through. One was around 2:45 and another one about 3:35. Hi, Landon. It's wet just outside of Clinton. So, Landon, you are right down on W. So yeah, you're good to go, buddy. You can go back to bed. The worst of it is to the east of W now, so you're good to go back to bed, bud. You might hear a rumble of thunder or two, but not to be alarmed. The worst part of the storm is to your east now. Another big boomer here in Clinton. And remember, you know, I'm seeing some of these lightning strikes, guys, several miles away from the parent thunderstorm. So remember the old saying, when it roars, head indoors. So you can still be struck by lightning up to 10 miles away from the parent storm. So if you hear thunder, you have the chance of being struck by lightning. So always remember that. I preach to the schools, if it roars, head indoors. Alright, I'm going to kind of zoom out here just a little bit and see what is going on a broader scale. And again, we have severe thunderstorm warnings from Marshall down through Sedalia, Warsaw, Larry City, Vernon County, Nevada, all the way into Kansas along this leading line of storms. Right here in west central Missouri, not really producing anything severe that I can see right now. We did have some strong winds coming across Bates and parts of Johnson and Henry County earlier this morning. But right now, not seeing really too much that is kind of sticking out to me right now. The strongest cell by far in west central Missouri is the one down here in Vernon County going through Nevada right now. They do have a couple of hail cores in Vernon County with up to quarter-size hail. So that is the strongest cell in west central Missouri right now. Henry County, and I want to welcome those of you that have come over from Henry County Emergency Management page. I did go live, included Henry County Emergency Management Facebook page when Henry County was placed under a severe thunderstorm warning. So I appreciate you guys joining in. Hey, Timmy. Hey, absolutely, Devin. My pleasure. It is. Tyler made a comment to Gene how crazy it is, the difference of 3 miles makes. Boy, you ain't kidding. When it comes to severe thunderstorms, our storm chaser group, Nader Boys, Isaac was 3 to 5 miles away from a tornado on the ground that he captured during a live feed earlier tonight, which I'm very excited about. If you have not seen his video, jump over to the Facebook page, Nader Boys on Facebook, and check out his live video. He caught the entire tornado genesis on a live feed. Unfortunately, it was dark, So you have to kind of watch in between the lightning strikes, but you can clearly see the wall cloud and then a funnel cloud, and then the funnel touch the ground, and therefore calling it a tornado. He watched the entire life cycle practically of tornado genesis. So that was really cool tonight. And he was just 3 to 5 miles away, and wasn't raining, a little windy. It was cooler, about 15 degrees cooler where he was at, just 3 miles away, and a tornado on the ground 3 miles away from him. So 3 miles can make a big difference when it comes to severe weather. Hi, Megan. It's Clinton in the clear. Yes, Clinton proper is still in the clear for severe weather right now. The eastern part of Henry County still kind of under the gun, getting some pretty heavy rains and some wind gusts in the eastern part of Henry County. But for Clinton proper, outside of a few bolts of lightning and a couple claps of thunder, Clinton is in the clear. Hey, thanks, Ashley. You bet, Megan. My pleasure. And again, that's the whole purpose of our group here at Subby's Weather Talk, in conjunction with Henry County Emergency Management. That is a role that I had taken over here about a month and a half ago as Deputy Director of Henry County Emergency Management. I brought them on board at the live stream tonight when Henry County was placed under a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is something that I feel like is a great service to the community, something that needs to be in every community, where we focus on our area. And again, we're the 8 counties that I cover here in West Central Missouri are smack dab in between 2 National Weather Service forecast centers. So Kansas City and Springfield, and sometimes our 8 counties get left out of some of the pictures. So it is a much needed service, so we can concentrate on just our counties that we live in. So all right, let's do a brief recap in between the dog barks. So Henry County, you are just about clear of this severe thunderstorm warning. It will, outside of just some moderate rain showers on the back side of this line of storms, that will be over at least for the next few hours for Henry County. Pettis County, not much going on the southern side of the county. Do have a couple of hail cores in southern Pettis County along 65 highway. But other than that, just some moderate rain going on through the rest of the county. Benton County, you're getting under the gun here in the next few minutes. Warsaw, Co-Camp, Lincoln, you guys are all going to be under the gun along 65 highway from the leading edge, showing around 45 to 50 mile per hour winds right now at the leading edge of this. Not showing much in the way of hail. I wouldn't be surprised if you got some pea-sized hail, but other than that, I'm not seeing any indications of severe hail with this cell here in Benton County. St. Clair County, a couple cells that will be moving into your area over the next 20-30 minutes, courtesy of Vernon County. They're going to give you a couple of their cells that I'm sure they're ready to give you. Right now there are a couple hail cores in that as well, so we'll be watching these cells as they come up through St. Clair County for the potential of some quarter-size hail. So southern St. Clair County right now is not under a warning yet, but depending on the intensity of this storm over Nevada, they may extend the severe thunderstorm warning for the southern half of St. Clair County here momentarily, but we'll wait and have the National Weather Service come up with that determination. Hi, Emily. So some of the short-term models are picking up on a few thunderstorms around the 8 to 9 a.m. time frame. It's not going to be a line of storms like this. It's going to be very scattered in nature. The cold front, the big low pressure system that's creating all of this, is not poised to come through until late tonight, late Thursday night. I'm getting my days and nights mixed up a little bit, so I'll try to stay on track here. So tonight, the cold front will be moving through, and that's what's going to be giving us the chance for thunderstorms this evening as well. We are in a slight risk and marginal risk of severe storms this evening as that cold front approaches. And remember, our temperatures are going to come crashing down here over the next 72 hours. So we even some of the models even hint around at some snowflakes flying Monday, but we won't get into that right now. So but yeah, it is going to it's a big weather change. Those with aches, pains, migraines, it's I guarantee you it's dealing you a fit right now, because this is a very strong low pressure system that is sitting out there spinning right now. Our barometric pressure is 29.68, which is low. It's steady right now, but for the last couple days and starting Friday and Saturday, you're going to notice all your aches and pains starting to come back. Migraines, so kind of take some proactive steps in that regard, if you would. Jerry Witherspoon posted really an important tidbit here. So there is a semi accident around the Deepwater Bridge on Highway 13. Truck is halfway in the northbound lane. So those of you that might be getting up to commute this morning, going to be out early. That is 13 Highway around the Deepwater Bridge. There is a semi accident. The truck is halfway in the northbound lane. Thank you very much for sharing that, Jerry. All right, so I tell you what I'm going to do. For those of you that are watching this from our Henry County Emergency Management Facebook page and social media accounts, I am going to go ahead and end that live stream with you guys. Henry County does seem to be completely out of the severe thunderstorm warning area right now. As you can see here on radar, we are just left with some moderate rain showers, some lightning, some thunder. I will be continuing to watch this area, and we'll come back live if Henry County should have any dangerous weather come into the county. So thank you guys for tuning in. For the rest of you in West Central Missouri, I'm going to be hanging out for a while, watching these storms as they come through the rest of West Central Missouri. So thank you for those in Henry County Emergency Management social media pages. Thank you for joining in. I hope this was beneficial, and this was kind of a snapshot of what we'd like to do for several counties here in West Central Missouri. And sorry for all the dog barking in the background. And but some things are just out of my control. So thank you guys for joining, and I will be giving updates on the Henry County Office of Emergency Management social media pages here through the day. I will be down at the office, as well as giving a couple seminars for a couple local schools today, which I'm very excited about. I will be going to Holy Rosary here in Clinton and Leeton Schools just north of Clinton today, giving
trying to excite some school-age kids to become meteorologists when they grow up. So looking forward to that as well. So for those of you on our emergency management pages, thanks for joining us, and we'll be talking to you soon. All right, guys, so it's just us here at Subby's Weather Talk. That is how I am going to incorporate emergency management as well as our Subby's Weather Talk group as we go forward this storm season. I will be bringing them into our live stream when Henry County is under the gun for some severe weather. And then I will go back to Subby's Weather Talk after that threat has passed Henry County. So we're left with 2 severe thunderstorm warnings here in west central Missouri. One for Pettis County. I'm sorry, Pettis County is now out of the severe thunderstorm warning. So we have all of Benton County. We have the northeast corner of St. Clair County and central Vernon County right now under the gun. I would not be surprised if another severe thunderstorm warning will come about with the rest of St. Clair County under a severe thunderstorm warning, but we will wait to see what the National Weather Service will do. I'm gonna go check on my puppy, make sure he's doing okay. Oh my, all right. Oh, he wants to come up. I got the dog in my lap now, so I think he feels a little left out. So he's joining Subby's Weather Talk live stream right now. So again, just a couple severe thunderstorm warnings left here in west central Missouri. If you are in Sedalia, they do have a special weather statement out for Sedalia and Pettis County. Wind gusts of 50 miles per hour and pea-sized hail. Locations impacted: Sedalia, Boonville, Lamont, Pilot Grove, Smithton, Otterville, Prairie Home, Sedalia Memorial Airport, and Clifton City. So that is a special weather statement for the county of Pettis, including the towns of Sedalia. Yeah, Natalie, it's really calming down in Windsor and Henry County in general. We kind of pull this out a little further. There's not much activity going up here in the hotbed from earlier tonight. So those around Gladstone, Smithville, North Kansas City. So my son lived in North Kansas City, where they had just across the street from his apartment, they had some marble to golf ball size hail that got some pictures of. Where he lives across the street, about 2 blocks. And they got some pea-sized hail. That's all they got there at his place. But North Kansas City had definitely had a strong cell move through earlier in the evening. Yes, Benita, actually, Hickory County is right here. That's this small county right here. A sliver of that severe thunderstorm warning is here in the corner of Hickory County. But that's associated with this line of storms right here going through Benton County right now. And northeast St. Clair County. And that sliver of Hickory County. So right now, not seeing anything severe. Not seeing any straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or really any signs of any large hail. So we still got another 24 minutes with this severe thunderstorm warning. But as of right now, I'm not seeing any severe weather associated with this line of storms. And again, the strongest cell seems to be still down here in Vernon County, heading over into St. Clair County. Oh, I bet Maggie doesn't. Norman the dog has, my golly, he's been going nuts over the last 30 minutes or so. So he barked so much that he went over and drank a half a bowl of water. Now I'm going to have to be taking him out every 20 minutes. Oh, what a night. What a night. We could have another day just like it today. I'm going to take a look here at the short-term model. Take a look at what the radar is going to be looking like today. So all these thunderstorms that we're getting right now with this line of storms coming through, all of these storms play a part on what we can expect for later on today. So obviously whenever the line of storms come in, it cools down our air temperature. I'm sitting at 57 right now. We started off at 67, so it's dropped about 10 degrees. You know, it affects the atmosphere and how much it's able to recover for new storms to form later on in the day. But as well, it can set up what's called an outflow boundary. So where it has rained, it's a little bit cooler, and it serves kind of a focal point of thunderstorm development later on in the day after the sun comes out. So there's all these thunderstorms kind of play a part of the forecast for the rest of today. That's the reason why it's really hard to forecast 2 days in advance when it comes to severe thunderstorms, because these storms have so much impact on day-to-day weather and where the boundaries set up and how much it cools down the air, so on and so forth. So I am going to take a look here at the short-term model and take a look and see what it is showing. It is updating right now. It's updated every hour. For the short term, Larry City is in the clear. Where I'm watching, the cell down here in Vernon County is moving northeast. It will be moving into St. Clair County, and if it continues the same path, it will begin to go across Larry City and then eventually into Benton County. Now, I don't know if it's going to retain the same intensity or not. So for the short term, Larry City is in the clear, but I'm going to keep an eye on this storm here. You may have another round of pretty strong thunderstorms move through here over the next 30-45 minutes. So can't necessarily say that it's totally in the clear for the rest of the night yet in St. Clair County. What parts of St. Clair County will be getting the next round from Vernon? Actually, exactly where this line is at right now, central St. Clair County. So it's going the same line. Let me throw this into. I will throw that into motion and watch this line of storms. It's going to go over the same area here over the next next 30-45 minutes. See how it's moving northeast? So all these storms here in Vernon County are going to be going along that same track in central St. Clair County. So those affected is from Larry City to Roscoe. Oh, no problem. No problem. And like I said, sometimes chat is a little bit behind. Yeah, that's no problem. If you don't hear me answer it, you just tell me. Warsaw, getting a pretty good sell. But again, I'm not seeing, really the only hell quarters I see are down here in Vernon County right now. So I'm sure they're going to allow this severe thunderstorm warning to expire here in the next 18 minutes, if not a little early, because I'm just not seeing anything severe here associated with the line of storms in Benton County right now. So heavy rains, lightning and thunder, but that's about it. So I'm jumping over here to some of the data, see if I can maybe get some kind of timeline of storms for the rest of the day. See what the models are thinking as far as how these storms are going to affect our weather later on today. Alright, so as far as storms this morning, the latest data is showing once this line of storms go through our area, that's it for the morning. It is showing yet another line of supercells. It will be more scattered in nature, but the supercells could be relatively strong. Going through west central Missouri around 5 o'clock tonight. So that will be our next potential round of severe weather, will be around the 4 to 5 o'clock range, according to the latest data. And I will be updating this. I am going to be working down at the emergency management office today. So I will be updating this as the day goes on. But right now, based on where these storm locations are, the outflow boundaries, it's looking like around 4 to 5 p.m. tonight. All or part of west central Missouri will be under the gun for more severe thunderstorms this afternoon. Alright guys, so the National Weather Service went ahead and allowed that severe thunderstorm warning in Vernon County to expire. So we are down to just one severe thunderstorm warning for the northeast quarter of St. Clair County and Benton County, and just a sliver of Hickory County down here. No, I don't. I'm showing these cells down here in Vernon County being much stronger than the ones that are in Benton County. So I do not know if they will issue yet another severe thunderstorm warning. I likely would not, only because even though it's a stronger cell, I'm not seeing anything as far as severe levels associated with these cells. So half-inch size hail. Let's see here, the Nevada storm showing half-inch hail. So really not much indication of severe weather in Vernon County, even though it seems to be the strongest of the cells right now. Boy, what a crazy trial run the last few days have been. And I hate to break it to you guys, but we're not even in severe storm season yet. But this is a little bit of a precursor of kind of what we can expect in April and May, according to the LRC, as well as several other models showing a very active April and May for severe storms, and those 2 months are typical storm season months. So here in a couple weeks, we'll, I guess if you want to call it the official start of storm season. But we are definitely getting a trial run at this over the last couple days and continuing through tomorrow. So take a look at some temperatures. Oh, burr. So I'm not going to leave this on very long because I don't want you guys to get discouraged. But here are the temperatures for poised for Tuesday. Don't get disappointed. Back in the low 30s. So up here in Illinois, I'm sure he is probably long gone now. Probably went back to bed, but earlier in our broadcast, we had Polo D asking about Illinois weather. So we do have a new tornado warning up here just northwest of Bloomington, Illinois. So ongoing severe thunderstorms here in northern Illinois as well. Tomorrow, as in Thursday or Friday for storms. You're kind of doing the same thing that I've got to be real careful of. I'm kind of getting my days mixed up, being on live for the last couple of days. I kind of lose track myself. But tomorrow, as in Thursday or Friday for storms. I mean, I am talking about today, Thursday. So it looks like storms are going to refire around 4 to 5 p.m. in some parts of west central Missouri. Now, the only thing that the models can't do is exactly pinpoint where the outflow boundary will set up. So, but somewhere around west central Missouri, we will see the initiation of some storms around 4 to 5 p.m. tonight, which is Thursday night. And with the potential of seeing a few severe thunderstorms as well. And I have a feeling here just they may allow it to go another 9 minutes, but I'd say very soon this warning box will be cleared off of our screen and we will be in condition green. No other severe thunderstorm warnings in the west central Missouri area. You bet, Mrs. Garrison. So thank you guys for hanging out with me over the last couple nights. A lot of live streaming. My dog thanks for the company. He likes it when I'm up during storms, so it's kind of a win-win for the dog. He gets a treat and gets plenty of water whenever there's storms. Oh, I know, Alan. That's the reason why I actually just X'd out of that screen. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him, but we'll really be able to tell that cold front has moved through when it comes Friday night. Well, actually tonight, for that matter. Once that cold front moves through, we're going to see temperatures drop, wind change directions, and kind of get ucky again. So I'll bring this over. I know we still have quite a few of you here in the live stream. Where I'm just kind of waiting around. Let this severe thunderstorm warning to expire for parts of St. Clair and Benton counties, and then also kind of keeping an eye on these storms down here in Vernon County as they move up into St. Clair County. Make sure they don't re-intensify. But I'm going to bring this over here. Sedalia has rain. Thanks, Julia. Yeah, it's pretty much out of Pettis County now. Just some moderate rain. They were under, Pettis County was under a severe thunderstorm warning for a while, but it seemed most of it kind of dropped south and north, and Pettis County really didn't end up with too much. Now they're just under some moderate rain. I'll bring this over here real quick while we're buying just a little bit of time. So this is our upper level air map at 500 millibar height, which is about 18,000 feet above our heads, and this is what steers all of the low pressure systems, the storm systems. So if you notice that low pressure system, it got to about this point where it's at right now, and it began to track to the it will begin to track to the west instead of going the traditional going over here to the right, and it's going to open up the door for some Canadian air to filter into the area. So you notice how it's starting to take a swing back here to the southwest. 99.9% of the time, these low pressure systems, they move from left to right. Well, now this thing is going from right to left. But what it does in the meantime, as it does that, is look at this Arctic jet stream. It has taken a nosedive to the south, and we'll see these little wind barbs start to point straight, almost straight up and down, as that north wind begins to take shape to bring us some much cooler air over the next 4 to 5 days. So that is our storm system that is producing all this severe weather, as we got a strong low-level jet going right over through west central Missouri. So we get that rotational winds. We heat up during the day. We have plenty of moisture, and that is what's fueling these severe thunderstorms right here in west central Missouri. But again, this thing is going to be moving off. This low pressure system is going to keep funneling down into the Pacific, and that's going to allow this colder air to funnel down into the Midwest. So that's what's kind of happening above our heads. And looking, I've been working on long range through April that I will be posting. The severe weather has kind of got me a little bit behind in that with all the live streams. But we have another potential large system coming in around the 27th, 28th of March toward the end of the month. And that sets up perfectly with the LRC, which we really haven't talked a whole lot about because we've been so active with these severe storms. But we will get that back on track as well here in the very near future. But the end of the month, we have a very strong system that we will have the potential to see some severe weather as well as maybe some backside wintry precip. And then we kind of set our sights into April, and right now the biggest storm system in April looks to come in right around the 21st through 25th of April, and that will be the time, if you guys remember back in January, where we set all the record-breaking temperatures. Kansas City Chiefs, Miami Dolphins played in 30 below zero wind chills. That storm system will be coming back around at that time in April, according to the LRC. And that is when I am planning on seeing our possible severe outbreak. And on the backside of things, possibly our last freeze for the year. So if anybody has any kind of vegetation sensitive to freezing, and that's another point I want to make, next week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, make sure you bring them inside or take care of them, cover them, because we will have a pretty hard freeze next week. So something to kind of keep in mind. Alright guys, we're going to have this severe thunderstorm warning for St. Clair and Benton County expire here in about less than a minute. And then after that, we will be condition green. No severe thunderstorm warnings left on the board for West Central Missouri. And I will likely sign off at that time and try to go and get a couple hours sleep before the new day starts for me here on this Thursday. We have 56 degrees here in Clinton. We've got winds coming out of the southeast at 7 miles per hour currently here in Clinton. Alright guys, so they have just went ahead and let that severe thunderstorm warning expire for Benton County and parts of St. Clair County. So no new warnings out for Vernon or St. Clair County. Likely will not be issued anymore as this line continues to move off to the north and to the east. We may have a few, if you notice out here, there's a few little thunderstorms popping up here and there. It is showing that on short-term radar as well, but they are showing them to be below severe limits. So I am going to go ahead and sign off for the morning. I will be working up at the emergency management office today here in Clinton. I will be watching for the potential for severe storm tonight, starting around 4 in the afternoon. And of course, I will be going live if there's any hazardous weather here in west central Missouri. So the storms tonight likely will not affect as many people as what they did today, as this line of storms come barreling through west central Missouri. It will be more scattered in nature, but nonetheless, I will be going live if I do think that there is a chance for some severe weather. Our Nader boys are going to be working this area down here around Miami, Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, into Springfield tomorrow morning. That is the initiation time for some supercells down here in Oklahoma. So I will be helping them stay safe, and we will likely see a couple live streams from Nader boys later on today. So you bet, Alan. Thank you guys for joining in both sessions. And again, if if I go and shut my eyes and another severe thunderstorm warning pops up for Vernon or St. Clair County, I will be updating on our Facebook page. But for now, it looks like the severe threat for west central Missouri is coming to a close. So everybody have, if you're going to try to get a quick hour of sleep before you get up, I hope you have a good sleep. Have a good day today. And I will be talking to all of you very soon.